So about 2 years ago, I would say, Bob came to me and said, I have this great idea for this Friday night service, and I want to do a service all in the style of Bossa Nova. We'll call it Bossa Shabbat. And I was very open to it because we love to do creative, innovative services here, and I love his music. It's always very accessible, and I knew that it would really be something different and exciting that the congregation and the community at large really would come out for and be attracted to. I just knew it would be very popular, so I was like, great, I'd love to do a program like this, why not?
She just became very excited and she said, fine, who are we going to have on drums, you know, who's going to be in the band? She was thinking so far ahead. I said, Eileen, I haven't even written music yet.
I must admit that the first time that Bob Schoen said to me, we're doing Bossa Shabbat, you know, Bossa Nova, I had to Google it because I didn't know exactly what that was. And whenever I talk to people about it, they start to sing the girl from Ipanema. So that's the one song that everybody knows whenever anybody mentions Bossa Nova.
I remember when he first suggested this Bossa Nova thing, and I said, what, are you crazy? He says, no, that's the way I want to do it. I says, all right, go ahead and do it. And look what happened. What a marvelous composition that is.
When I was growing up, I thought I was a musician. I played guitar, I played piano, I played bass, I played saxophone when I was an adult for 15 years, and people would continue to ask me, what's your instrument? You're a musician, what's your instrument? I'm a composer. That's my instrument. From the moment that I started composing these pieces, which is almost 2 years ago, I could hear it. I could hear the choir, I could hear the sax, I could hear the drum beats, I could hear the bass, all of the piano fills. And none of that was written down. This is jazz, this is a lot of improvisation. But as a composer, you can just hear it. You imagine it. Nothing that happened tonight in this dress rehearsal was a surprise to me, in that it can be expected. It's new, it's innovative, it's improvised, but as a jazz musician, you look for improvisation in a piece such as this. That's the beauty of Bossa Shabbat, or any new service, contemporary service.
He finally brought it to me about a year ago, maybe less, and presented it in its entirety, and I was pretty much blown away. It was incredible. It had highs and lows. It was just a complete service that was it could be done very easily. I just knew when I heard it, the melodies were, right away I was singing along. I mean, it was just easy, and it fit the text beautifully. It painted the texts. And it just had beautiful moments, and it had exciting moments and fun moments. It was just amazing. The way that he set the music, it was so singable that even if you didn't know Hebrew, you could still use the music, you could still sing it, because it just, you had, you know, refrains, recurring melodies, so that it fit so well with the text that it was easily sung.
So one of the highlights for me was the cantor singing the Misha Berach. It's a beautiful melody that just floats, and to hear her voice and the clarity and the beauty of her voice, I think at that moment when people are thinking about the people who they love and who are sick, to have that sense of care and lightness, I think is something that's really amazing. And so just the way that it is all composed and brought together, I think is just a really powerful moment in the service.
Oh, I think it's great, and I think it's so different, really unique. And I hope that this service will be performed in so many other temples. I can see it being done in New York somewhere, so I have to say that.
Lots of fun rhythms, great harmonies, exciting melody lines, and everybody was in the spirit of joy, and I sort of felt like I should have a martini glass.
I love bossa nova. I love the samba. Some of the songs were just ballads or waltzes, but they had a flavor that is reminiscent of music that came out of Brazil and still continues to come out of Brazil as part of the bossa nova movement.
I have to say the highlight for me was that Ahavat Olam. I will never think of that text in the same way again after hearing Catherine DeCure sing it in the service. It was like a sexy love song with Torah. it was unbelievable.
She sang it in this beautiful, like, sultry voice, and it's about the love between God and the people, and that God expresses that through Torah. And to hear her sing it in that way made me understand the prayer in a different kind of way. It's not love like, it's not just love on the paper. You felt it. It felt this, like, connection. And that one brought tears to my eyes, actually, because I understood the prayer differently than I had understood it before.
Ahavat olam, Beit Yisrael, Am ha'ahavta Torah u'mitzvot, Ukim u'mishpatim, Otanu Ba'ahavatcha al tasir mimenu le'olami Baruch atah Adonai ohev amo
Cantor Keys has given me a gift by allowing my music to be performed in this venue. And when I came to her with the idea of Bossa Shabbat, she was open. She was open to it. She's accepting. And then I wrote approximately 10 pieces. I roughed them in, and Catherine DeCure, who's a singer in my band that we perform every week, learned these songs in Hebrew, which is a language that she doesn't speak, and we pitched the cantor.
I think that a lot of the music could be used outside of the full service. I mean, you don't have to do the whole service in its entirety. You can pick the Michamocha, Lecha Dodi, and just do them throughout the year on a regular Friday night without doing the whole service. I think each piece stands alone. When we first started rehearsing in choir the Bossa Shabbat, I posted a few things out on Facebook, and immediately I got responses from my cantorial colleagues all over the country saying, "Where is this Bossa Shabbat, and how can I get a hold of it, and I want to do that, and where did you get it?" And they were very intrigued and wanted to hear more about it, and they're still asking me.
The choir started off with a small number of people who came to the first rehearsal, and then the word spread and more people started coming to rehearsal, learning the music, and it just blossomed, and I don't know, there was a buzz.
I think this piece that he wrote here probably could become very popular in Reform synagogues throughout the country. I don't see any reason why it shouldn't.
I have always been a songwriter, ever since I was a little kid. I loved music. I listened to George Gershwin, Cole Porter, Irving Berlin songs at the knee of my mom, who played the piano. She played all these songs. I sang along. I didn't know that you could be embarrassed singing. I just did it. So as a small child, I was singing lyrics like, "I get no kick from cocaine," when I was 4. But something happened in 1959 to 1963 besides the Beatles, okay, which came when I was in they came when I was in high school, and that was Bossa Nova. When Stan Getz and Charlie Bird and Antonio Carlos Jobim and Astrud Gilberto started having recordings and putting out LPs like Jazz Samba and so on, I fell in love with bossa, like many people did. And I've had the privilege and honor of going to the Copacabana in Ipanema, in Rio de Janeiro, and Sharon, my wife, and I went up to have a drink at the top of the Copacabana, and we were sitting there watching the piano player, and he came and took a break. He was wearing a tuxedo, and we started chatting. His English was very good, and he asked me if I would like to sit in on piano. I said, whoa, of course. And as I was playing Misty at the top of the Copacabana, I said, this is so cool, it doesn't get any better than this.
When I first started to hear the music was to move. It just felt joyous, and it felt fun, and to see the people who were singing, who were having so much fun. It was this amazing sense of joy that was coming through the music. We knew that Bossa Shabbat would be something that people were excited about. I had no idea that the sanctuary would be filled the way that it was. I was thinking when the cantor got up there that she was going to say Shana Tova, because that's one of the only other times that we have a packed house in the way that we did. And everybody just had it was such a nice, warm feel for the entire service. Everybody was feeling good. Everybody was moving. It was an amazing feeling that is unusual to have this many people on the same page in that kind of way, and just really being able to participate in the service and participate in prayer.
I couldn't be more pleased with the way things have evolved. I'm very excited about it. When I write this kind of music, I'm just channeling those who came before me. And I'm just happy to be able to do it. It's wonderful. It's divine.